I'm be honest. As if I lie often. I don't know. I just like saying I'll be honest to be honest. As if, don't get me wrong, I'm not 100% honest, but I'm more honest than most people are. So, back to the point. Today, had work really early. I had to do a lot of fucking shit. That bitch better turn on. It's not humming. Um, but I finally remembered. Let's get my shoes situated. Now I've just been tying this bitch. Oh fuck! I hope it's long enough. If it's not, then I'm just gonna use this as shoelace. I don't give a fuck. Until realistically, I can walk, run up to Wally World. But after a day's worth of work, I don't want to socialize with anybody. I spend all day socializing. This shit drains me. It literally fucking kills me. It fucking kills me. That's why I use drugs or other things to coast my anger issues because I'm a control freak, regardless if you believe it or not. And the only thing I can truly control is my emotions, nothing around me. So therefore, when I'm angry, I'm angry. Now, not necessarily at you, and I do my best never to take it out on people. That's just the person that truly pissed me off. But at the end of the day, I'm more pissed off at the system, the way that people just believe in what they're told, the way that we're just all soldiers, and the one person that walks away is court-martialed or essentially executed or exiled or whatever form of social detachment that you want to put onto them due to the fact that they will not listen to the brainwashing bullshit that everybody else does. Kind of like generational, that's what I'm looking for, generational treatment or generational jobs. Like, cool. My dad was a cop, so I became a cop because his dad was a cop, because I went to war because my dad went to war. I did this because everybody else did. I thought I was an individual, so therefore, why you frown upon me for doing things differently than everybody else do? But I'm not doing nowhere nearly as much damage as everyone else is, but I get way more criticism. Why? Explain that to me. A good worker never gets away from criticism, but a bad worker, well, you already know they ain't gonna do shit, so I complain about the shit. That had nothing really to do with anything. I'm just saying that life is fucking backwards, and they say I'm backwards. I'm just like, so the dream is to try to figure out a way to break from the system without being imprisoned by the system. At least that's my American dream. How do I get away from slavery and enslave other people? I'm kidding. I'd be the fucking worst boss and the worst leader. Because all my employees would leave me after they made enough money. Because that would be my goal. Make sure everybody could retire at a decent age. And I don't mean like, oh. Like, my goal would be, if I ever own my own business, is to have everybody. Nobody worked for me longer than 2 years. And that's not because I fired my employees. It's because I gave them enough money. They were able to start wherever the fuck they wanted to. And that's some. Oh, this bitch does not look long enough. And at some point or another, I would hope that those that do go on to do bigger and better things would come back just to say hi. Like, not even to work with me or become partners or anything like that. Just to say hi and say, yeah, I can't guarantee anybody would say thank you, but at least just to say hi. I want to see where they left or where they went after leaving me. That's just me as a genuine person. I want people to do better after meeting me, while others will say it begrudgingly in hopes that they fail, hopes that they suck, hopes that they hate their decision for leaving because how dare you leave me? My ego don't really bother me. I got that checked at a really young age. My anger, I also got that checked at a very young age. I learned how to contain it because as a black man in America, regardless if I'm American or not, I always have a target on my back, and it's hard to explain to those that don't wear my skin. But I believe what I want, as you do too, and I do not force my negative thoughts or opinions on others. People perceive me to be a positive person, which always confuses the fuck out of me because I'm like, I'm not positive. I just learn not to be negative all the time. I just have a lot of negative thoughts. I feel like if I say them out loud or too often, then I will just get that. Actually, no. One of my coworkers, when I used to work at College Hunks, used to project and call me negative all the time. Oh, I'm working with Mr. Negative today. And my thought process is, I know I'm not negative because, like I said, people say I'm happy. I'm like, I'm not happy. I'm just better about hiding my bullshit than most people are. But when I think of the conversations him and I had, he would always freak out about, I need more hours, I need more hours. And then he'd bitch about, I'm so gone for my dog, I need to visit my dog. Like, I literally got this dog, I'm working all these hours, and I need, the dog needs love, the dog needs attention. I'm just like, nigga, which one do you want? More hours or more attention with your dog? Like, you know that you can't have it both. Because I was basically doing the exact same shit that I'm doing here, but a lot heavier. Because we had to touch shit like 5 to 6 times sometimes, depending on the day, depending on what we're getting, depending on where we're going, blah this, blah that. So many variables that I could never account for. And for somebody that fucking hates change, I get used to it, or just stop bitching. One or two. Either way, so like I said, he was projecting, call me Mr. Negative when I know, yes, I can be negative. Yes, I could be a downer. Yes, I could be a dick. Yes, I could be all this shit. But publicly, I'm the happiest person you think you know. Personally, I'm just waiting off myself, really. But like I said, he was always projecting onto me, and I'm just like, I know it's not me. And one of my other coworkers I used to be very good buddies with, but I don't really communicate with now, just because, doesn't really matter. He had to work with that dude one time. He's like, dude, he was like, dude, how the fuck do you deal with this negativeness all the time? I was like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of things I went through life makes it a lot easier to deal with a lot of other things. Like, I've had so many bad jobs. I've had so many bad people around me. I've had so many shitty things. When I get into other people's shit, I'm just like, oh, oh, so you have your own, how could I say it without trying to bring attention to certain people in my life? So, I've never really broken this down to anybody. I have archetypes in my life. I have so many people that I've met. At this point or another, you remind me of XYZ, ABC. There's a couple people even in this new life that remind me of some people of my old life. I'm just like, ugh, I know where this is going. But I do know to each their own. Not everybody's going to be like that last person. No one is the same person. Yeah, I'm supposed to cross it. But why doesn't it not seem right? The fuck does that look like? I need a reference. Um, oh, oh. It was, I did do it wrong. So, if you remind me of, I'm trying not to name drop. I'm just trying to think. Oh, how about this? If you remind me of my mom, I gotta run right the fuck away. Like, that lady is fucking horrible. I'm glad that she is of of no living standard anymore. I have been trying to get, well, people have been trying to get in contact with me, deal with her body and all this and all that, but I don't give a fuck. I didn't care when she was alive, and I don't care now that she's dead. I know people say, don't speak ill of the dead. Bitch, I spoke ill of her when she was alive. There's no difference. I'm just being honest. You ain't gotta like my truth, but my truth is my truth. And the fucked up part is I know that a lot of elderly get a second life because of their whole entire dementia and Alzheimer's. And there were people that taken care of her, and I don't know if she was the type of person that got nicer as her memory got fucked up, or if she got meaner, because she was a bitch when she had her memory. I've worked with elderly people. Sometimes, for some reason, the bitch turns into a sweetheart, and the sweetheart turns into a bitch, and sometimes they're the exact same person no matter what. So, yeah, during her later years, I definitely avoided her because I could. And because, hey, you had me for 18 years. Should have done better damage, or better damage control, either way. Now that I'm free to be me, legally, I ain't never got to see you. And you ain't never got to see me. So I took huge advantage of that. This is going to work, but not really. It's a little short, but I'll work with it. I'm just fortunate that, I don't know. I've always thought even if I had a birth family, I probably still would have neglected them or rejected them. Because at the end of the day, the only person I'm left with is myself. Now, rather you, whoever you may be, love me. Rather you, whoever you may be, respects me. Rather you, whoever you may be, care about me. Everything can change. Rather it's something that you figured out about me through the grapevine. Rather it's something I said. Rather it's something I did. You can leave whenever the fuck you want to. I'm the only motherfucker that can't. You know how many times I've been abandoned? Couldn't tell you. But it doesn't hurt. The first one used to hurt when I was younger. Until I realized sometimes your parents leaving you is the best thing that they could do for you. Because I've learned how some people love their kids, and I learned how some people love each other. And I'm just like, if my parents were like any of the people that I met and don't like, I wouldn't give a fuck if they looked like me or resembled them. I'd be like, yeah, y'all should wear a fucking condom. But yeah, I know I'm supposed to respect my elders, but if my elders don't respect me, then I'm the type of person that gives respect where respect is given. And like, don't get me wrong, I've worked with aggressive elderly people that have beaten the shit out of me, but still, like, they still treat me better than some people that have cognitive connections. I'm just like, how the fuck are the mentally unchecked more checked than you are? This shit make no fucking sense. The only thing that makes sense is you should be in an asylum, but because of X, Y, Z, A, B, C, somebody let you free, and it annoys the fuck out of me. Because at least I know I'm crazy. I'll admit that 9 times out of 10. I'm also a control freak, which is why I ain't never getting in trouble. Or actually, people just don't want to give me ramifications for it. Because don't get me wrong, I do stupid shit all the time. I just ain't got a track record. Well, actually, I do have a track record. I did run track in high school, but that's besides the point. I ain't got. I don't have. Well, no. That's just more or less for traffic violations. Nothing for like aggravated assault or. I guess it'd be aggravated battery because assault is to verbally, and battery is to physically. That's the difference between assault and battery. I thought assault meant to beat, and battery was just. Actually, I don't know what the fuck I thought battery was. I just thought it was funny, like assault and battery. So you tell me this motherfucker beat them up and put batteries all over them? Damn, that nigga's savage. No, but like I said, assault's when you verbally threaten somebody, and batteries when you physically do it. And I'm like, wow, okay. So if somebody says they're gonna fuck me up, that's assault, and that is, because it's a threat. Battery is when they actually physically do it. I learned that through, well, the way I've learned everything. Internet and research.